Your cat licks every day, that part is normal. But what if your cat is licking so much, it is no longer grooming? What if that harmless habit is actually stress, pain, allergies, or the first warning sign that something is wrong? Because when cats start licking too much, many owners ignore it for too long, and by the time they realize it is not normal, the problem is already worse. So how much licking is too much, and when should you start worrying? Let's talk about it. Cats are naturally clean animals. They groom after meals, after naps, after using the litter box, and sometimes for what seems like no reason at all. So it is easy to assume that licking is always normal, but here is the problem. Excessive licking does not always look dramatic at first. It can start quietly, a little more licking on one leg, a little more attention to the belly, a little more grooming before bed. And because it happens gradually, many people do not notice the pattern until their cat has thinning fur, irritated skin, bald patches, or a behavior that starts taking over their day. And that is when the real question begins. Is your cat just being a cat? Or is your cat trying to tell you something in this video? We are going to break down why cats lick too much, what causes it, the signs that should worry you, and how to tell the difference between normal grooming and a real problem, because the earlier you spot the reason behind it, the easier it is to help your cat feel comfortable again. Normal grooming and excessive licking. Let's start with the most important part. Cats do lick a lot. That alone is not a red flag. Normal grooming usually looks relaxed, balanced, and spread throughout the day. Your cat licks for a few seconds or a minute, then stops. They move on. They nap, play, eat, or just stare out the window like they own the entire world. Excessive licking feels different. It becomes repetitive, focused, almost obsessive. Your cat may keep licking the same exact spot over and over. They may seem unable to settle without doing it. They may interrupt play, rest, or cuddling just to go back to that one area again. Sometimes it is the belly, sometimes the inside of the legs, sometimes the paws, the tail base, the sides, or the lower back. And often, the biggest clue is not just how often they lick, but what the licking leaves behind. Thinner fur, red skin, broken hair, raw patches, small scabs, or bald spots that seem to appear out of nowhere. That is when licking stops being just grooming and starts becoming a message. Reason number 1, stress or anxiety. One of the most common reasons cats lick too much is stress. And this surprises a lot of people because stressed cats do not always look panicked or loud. Many cats hide stress extremely well. They may still eat, still sleep, still act mostly normal, but underneath that calm exterior, they may be emotionally overloaded. And for some cats, excessive licking becomes a coping behavior. It is similar to how people bite their nails, pace around the room, or scroll endlessly when anxious. The action itself becomes soothing, even if it is slowly harming them. This is especially common when there has been a change in the home, a move, a new pet, a baby, guests, staying over, construction noise, a different routine. Even boredom or lack of stimulation can create stress in a cat's body. You may notice that your cat licks more when the house is noisy, when they are left alone longer than usual, or after something in their environment changes. And the tricky part is that the licking can continue even after the original stressor is gone, because now it has become a habit. So if your cat has started licking too much and nothing looks physically wrong, at first glance, stress is one possible reason you should take seriously. Reason number 2, allergies or skin irritation. Another major cause is skin discomfort. If your cat feels itchy, irritated, or inflamed, licking becomes their way of trying to relieve it. And just like us, cats can react to many things: food ingredients, flea bites, dust, pollen, cleaning products, fabric, softeners, new litter. Even something as simple as dry skin can make a cat lick more than usual. This is why some cats suddenly start focusing on the belly, paws, or sides for no obvious reason. To you, the skin may look almost normal at first, but to your cat, it may feel intensely uncomfortable in some cases. One flea bite can trigger a much bigger reaction than you would expect, especially in sensitive cats. That is why a cat does not need to be covered in fleas for flea allergy to become a problem. If the licking seems connected to scratching, biting at the skin, shaking the head, irritated ears, or seasonal flare-ups, allergies or skin irritation move much higher on the list. And this is not something to brush off too casually, because the more they lick, the more the skin becomes damaged, and the more discomfort they feel. Then the cycle feeds itself. It itches, they lick, the skin gets worse, so they lick even more. Reason number 3, pain under the surface. This is the part many owners do not realize. Sometimes cats lick too much because something hurts. Not because the skin is itchy, not because they are anxious, but because they are trying to self-soothe an area connected to pain or discomfort deeper in the body. A cat with joint pain may lick near the hips or legs. A cat with abdominal discomfort may overgroom the belly. A cat with bladder discomfort may lick the lower belly or genital area more than usual. And because cats are experts at hiding pain, licking may be one of the first signs you notice before any obvious limping, crying, or behavior change. This is especially important in older cats. If your cat is aging, moving less, hesitating to jump, or seeming stiff along with excessive licking, pain should absolutely be on your radar. And even younger cats are not ruled out. Injury, tension, dental pain, urinary issues, and internal discomfort can all show up in subtle ways. So if your cat is fixated on one area and you cannot clearly explain why, do not assume it is just a weird habit. Sometimes the skin is not the main issue at all. Sometimes the licking is your cat's quiet way of saying something hurts. Reason number 4, boredom and understimulation. Indoor cats live safer lives. But safe does not always mean fulfilled. A cat without enough stimulation can develop repetitive behaviors, simply because their body and brain have nowhere else to put their energy. This happens more often than people think. A cat sleeps, eats, stares at the wall, wanders around, grooms, naps again, then repeats the same day over and over. No challenge, no hunt, no variety, no real outlet for natural instincts. And for some cats, excessive licking becomes something to do, not because they are deeply sick at first, but because life feels flat, repetitive, and emotionally empty. This is why overgrooming can sometimes happen alongside other signs of boredom: sleeping too much, zoomies at odd hours, attention-seeking meows, knocking things over, scratching furniture, following you constantly, or looking restless even in a quiet room. A bored cat may not always destroy the house. Sometimes they turn inward instead, and licking becomes their routine, their distraction, and eventually their habit. That is why enrichment matters so much. Sometimes what looks like a medical mystery starts with a cat who simply needs more from daily life. When you should worry. So when does normal grooming cross the line into something that deserves real concern? You should worry when the licking becomes frequent, focused, or hard to interrupt. You should worry if your cat keeps returning to the same spot again and again. You should worry if you see hair loss, bald patches, red or irritated skin, scabs, sores, broken fur, or signs that the skin looks wet, inflamed, or painful. You should also pay close attention if the licking comes with other changes: eating less, hiding more, acting restless, sleeping in unusual places, becoming more clingy or more irritable, avoiding touch, using the litter box differently, or suddenly seeming off in a way you cannot fully explain. And one of the biggest warning signs is this: your cat does not seem able to stop. If the behavior feels compulsive, repetitive, or more intense over time, it is no longer something to just monitor casually. That is the moment to take it seriously. What you should do next if your cat is licking too much. The goal is not to guess blindly. The goal is to look at the whole picture. Start by noticing patterns. Where are they licking? When does it happen most? Did it begin after a change in the home? Does the skin look irritated? Are there fleas? Are they also scratching? Do they seem stiff, withdrawn, or less playful? Those details matter more than People think next, look at the environment. Has anything changed recently? Has your cat had enough play, enough routine, enough quiet safe spaces? Are there other pets causing tension? Is the litter box clean and easy to access? Could boredom or stress be part of the picture? And if the behavior is ongoing, worsening, or causing fur and skin damage, talk to a veterinarian. That matters because excessive licking can come from very different causes, and the right solution depends on the reason behind it. Stress needs a different approach than allergies. Allergies need a different approach than pain, and pain needs a different approach than boredom. The earlier you identify the cause, the better your chance of stopping the cycle before it becomes more severe. How to help at home while you are figuring out the cause. There are a few gentle things that can help create a calmer, more predictable routine. Feed at regular times, add short daily play sessions. Give your cat vertical space and quiet places to retreat. Make sure they have stimulation that feels natural, like wand toys, window perches, puzzle feeders, or short hunting-style games. Keep the environment clean and low stress. Wash. Bedding if needed, check for fleas. Avoid strong new products around the house if you suspect skin sensitivity. And most importantly, do not punish the licking. Your cat is not being difficult. They are responding to discomfort, stress, or a need they cannot meet another way. Punishment only adds more stress, which can make the licking even worse. What your cat needs is relief, safety, and for you to notice that this behavior means something. Excessive licking is easy to underestimate. At first, it just looks like grooming. Then it becomes a habit. Then one day you realize your cat has been trying to tell you something for weeks. Maybe it is stress, maybe it is itching, maybe it is pain, maybe it is boredom that slowly turned into a pattern they cannot break. Whatever the reason, the important thing is this: cats rarely explain their discomfort in obvious ways. They whisper it through behavior, and sometimes licking too much is one of the clearest whispers they give. So if your cat keeps licking more than usual, trust what you are seeing. Pay attention early, because catching the problem sooner can save your cat a lot of discomfort later. If your cat has ever gone through this, share it in the comments. What was the cause? And how did you first notice something was wrong?